Hi, this is Rohit Dua, tarot reader. In this video, I'm going to talk about the subject of accuracy when it comes to tarot readings. I'm a tarot reader and I've been learning this craft since 1999. Okay, for many years. I mean, almost half my life. Yeah, I'm 1982 born, and since 99 I have been learning this craft. So almost half my life I have invested, or I've contributed, or whatever you call it as. It's my life is incomplete without the cards. I always say this. For me, that deck of 78 cards is a goddess which I worship. I'm grateful to the goddess, and I'm for me, my life has no soul. It has no existence without the cards. But over the years, when you're doing it professionally, when you're doing it for people and you're charging them a fee, the people do expect some amount of accuracy, or they do expect some results from the reading. And it's a very dicey and a difficult subject, because what happens with any stream of occult or divination, when you keep expectations, it spoils the fun, it spoils the whole experience. But that doesn't mean you are not supposed to keep expectations, because if you're doing it commercially or on a professional level, expectations are bound to come. But see, I always tell this to people: when you come to me for a reading, you should have a blank mind and zero expectations. When I do a reading, whether it is over the phone or in person, or even on an internet radio station, my first objective is to identify where the person for whom I'm doing the reading, I'm drawing the cards, where does the person stand in his or her life as of now with respect to their work, their profession, their finances. Because a reading is a systematic flow of questions. Okay, you start with their work, their profession, their finances, their personal life, their relationships with specific people. Okay, if there are other issues like litigation, debts, some other complications like property issues, then you go on and address each question separately. But when you draw a set of, you keep drawing those cards one after the other for those specific questions, starting with the very basic. Okay, you see a pattern in that person's life. Okay, my objective when I draw those cards is firstly to cover as many questions as I can in a reading. Okay, and the other thing is to cover every single meaning or aspect of the card when I'm doing the reading for someone. Like for certain specific questions like work, profession, relationships, I prefer to draw Celtic cross or Celtic cross spreads. That's a 10 card spread. It gives more information. Okay, it gives you more amount of what should I say, possibilities with respect to your question. Where suppose if I'm doing a relationship reading, and if I draw if the client draws a lot of court cards, or if the client has drawn a lot of sword cards, you come to know exactly where the temperament and the kind of people they are going to enter in his or her life. Yes, so when you draw more cards, okay, and when I try to ensure that each and every card is covered in a reading, not by ignoring certain cards and emphasizing on certain cards just to please people, because that doesn't work in my profession, honestly. Excuse me. When I try to please someone, it's not going to get me money, or it's not going to get me more readings. The purpose is to give you an honest reply, honest as to what I see, the way I see it. If it is a negative card, I need to be honest enough to tell you that the situation may get more worse, or you may not get the outcome that you're looking out for. Okay, so covering maximum amount of possibilities from each card, covering the information of every single card in the reading, and drawing as many spreads, or as many covering as many questions, is what is paramount. Okay, because with this you somewhere come to know. See, because what happens is when you draw so many cards, okay, there are certain cards which also reflect to the past. Okay, and that is where the person can tally, that is where the person can compare, that this is what I have been through, and this is what the cards are mentioning about my past. Is it matching? Okay, and only then you can keep some hope on the future position of the cards. But accuracy, honestly, I'm the last person who would want to fool people, because I always say that I, as a human being, am blessed with many flaws. Okay, and There are many times when I do go wrong. There are many times when I do underestimate certain cards, when I ignore certain information in a card. It might just come to my mind, but I may feel, no, this is not important. There are times when you have a bias. There are times when it's difficult to choose which information to put across in the first place, how to prioritize those set of cards, or the information that flows from the cards. So there is a lot of scope for errors and misjudgment, or whatever you call it as. There is a lot of scope. I know the profession that I am in is a very sensitive one. I can't afford to advise someone without realizing the consequences of my advice. But the purpose, the only thing that I can put in a reading is to draw as many questions as possible, cover information from every single card. Okay, because when you come to me for a reading, okay, my objective is that you should leave with answers. I'm not sure the answers that you're looking for is what you will get, but the answers which I can find in a reading, as much as I can, is what I'm supposed to give it to you. So accuracy is something I always say that you should not keep much hopes. And add to that, I have a blunt tongue. But sometimes we need that bitter pill in life. Sometimes we need that lemonade without sugar. I had someone who used to tell me, your reading is like a lemonade without sugar. So sometimes you need that bitter taste to it's like a palate cleanser. It somehow cleans the system so that some new good things can start in your life. I only hope my readings are useful to people. I can be very blunt, and that can be offending, but I always ensure and hope and try to apologize if I've been blunt or if I've been rude in any way. I suppose we are all temperamental souls in some way, and all I can say, forgive me for that. But my only intention is the reading should be useful to the client, to the person for whom I'm doing the reading. Thanks a lot for watching the video, and any doubts, any queries, you can send in an email, you can give me a call, or you can leave a comment. You're most welcome, and do share this video if you can with the people you know. And take care, and God bless you. Rohit Dua, Tarot Reader. Thank you.